Hi, greetings and warm welcome to everyone that is watching this video right now. Do you know what is a scientific calculator? What is the difference between a normal calculator and a scientific calculator? Well, let me show you. This is a scientific calculator. Now you must be wondering, what is so special about this scientific calculator? Well, let me tell you something. This scientific calculator, it comes in a rectangle shape and it is totally lightweight, which means you can bring it anywhere. And it is also made from durable plastic. What about the characteristics of this scientific calculator? First, it has a long lifespan battery, which means you can use it for more than a month. And the second is, it is portable and easy for you to bring it to anywhere. I mean, literally anywhere. And the third thing is, it comes in 3 colors, which is black, green, and pink. Let us talk about the functions. What are the functions of a scientific calculator? Number 1, it is used to do correct calculations. And number 2, it is used to solve complex problems quickly. And number 3, it is to avoid miscalculations, which happens to a lot of people, including me. Now, what about the strength of this calculator? Let's see. Firstly, it makes counting process faster and it gives more accurate results than counting manually. It also has all formulas for counting process and it makes the counting process much more easier. There is no such thing as perfect in this world. The same goes to this scientific calculator. So, what are the weaknesses of this calculator? Can you think of anything? Well, let me tell you. The weaknesses are, we do not know how long the battery will last. And the calculation steps needs to be remembered for us to find the answers. And the calculator may hang unexpectedly. Now, how do we solve those weaknesses? We can keep an extra battery or be ready to charge the battery using the solar panel under the sunlight. Next, we can write down the steps on the paper and stick it on the calculator case to make it easier for us to remember in case we forget. And the next thing is, the calculator's battery needs to be charged, changed, or wait for a little while for it to work again. Now, I will pass it on to my partner, Rima, to continue.
Another two features in the scientific calculator is this calculator also uses solar energy to charge the calculator battery. Therefore, the calculator will last a long time because solar energy will continue to be produced if the sun exists. In fact, this scientific calculator also comes with a hard case cover for protection. So the calculator is not easily damaged when docked from a place. Lastly, this scientific calculator also comes with a high resolution screen that will simplify the user's calculation work because the display of number will be clear. Next, the characteristic of the scientific calculator is it also has a variety of advanced and user-friendly steps. Besides that, scientific calculator have the sophistication that values can be adjusted to to see different outcomes. Lastly, scientific calculator have a special button for various operations that can perform various types of calculation work. Next, another function of the scientific calculator. First, it can also give the value of the exact root over the square root. Although the question looks difficult, but with the ability of this scientific calculator, it can be complete in an instant. Then, the scientific calculator can also calculate basic calculation. Users can double check their calculation to a scientific calculator to get more accurate answers. Lastly, the scientific calculator can also work with trigonometric and hyperbolic functions. This sophistication greatly facilitates the user because it is quite complicated to perform trigonometric and hyperbolic calculations manually. Subsequently, the strength of the scientific calculator. It can avoid boredom in the calculation process because it is simple and comes with attractive colors. In addition, the scientific calculators also allow students to focus more time on understanding their calculation problems because scientific calculators are easy to understand. Lastly, scientific calculator also can perform statistic and probability calculations that will save students' time, especially during exams. Another weakness of this scientific calculator is students need to learn the appropriate type of calculator to do calculation because calculators have many different models. Then, the scientific calculators are also quite expensive. Not all communities can afford to have it, especially the B40 group. Lastly, a person also needs to choose a good brand for a long-term use, such as Casio. Next, the solution of this scientific calculator also is someone need to choose the right type of calculator to perform the calculation. As an example, choose the best calculation model for students level, which is FX570 for better performance. Calculators are quite expensive, so you need to buy calculators with student price or by doing sales or promotion. Lastly, they need to choose a good brand for long-term use. Choose brands that are well-known and tested, such as Casio. Did you know that this calculator also has promotional price at certain times? You can get this scientific calculator for only 69 ringgit 90 cents compared to the original price of 79 ringgit 90 cents. Even if it's only 10 ringgit, it is still a savings. In conclusion, scientific calculators are very useful nowadays, in line with modernity currently. In addition, the scientific calculator makes it easier for a student to calculate things such as mathematics subjects. Lastly, scientific calculator also helps accountants who also use calculations a lot.